Hello, I'm Anthony Asensi.
And I'm Derek Sabatini. This is Allegedly Funny, where comedy is subjective,
But ours is objectively bad.
it's a me, Luigi.
You would have out of order. You would have that.
It's not Chris Pratt.
What?
You're Chris Pratt, Mario.
I know what I want to do. Okay. Welcome.
Yes, sad.
Welcome to a very special Halloween episode of Allegedly Funny. It's very spooky. It's very scary. Ah! There's a jump scare.
Anthony jump scare.
So as you can see, this was Derek's idea, by the way. But I was on board for it 100%. We're Mario and Luigi for Halloween. This is not his actual... This is my Halloween costume. He's going to be like some character from a game that's not as good as Mario.
Hotline Miami.
Yeah, which is not Mario.
But no, we got game accurate Mario and realistic Luigi.
I want to take this mustache off so bad.
I'll take it off for
It
you.
sucks. You want to do it? Okay. Ow.
Here.
Keep it close to my heart.
There. Some chest hair on you.
Got my chest hair now. That sucks. Why did I wear that?
I don't know. You came prepared. Like you came in all with that entire costume on, the fit.
I had the fit. I'm wearing the fit right now.
That was scary.
So yeah, I can't see anything because I didn't want to wear the glasses. I thought it was too much.
I like the idea you just mentioned. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm blind.
I can't see anything. Well, I can see Derek. That's good enough.
Maybe.
That's pretty much all I need to see right now.
No. Oh, Mario.
Luigi, you hold. I'm scared. Hold my hand.
Mario, I'm not sure about this one.
I will kill you, Luigi. And I just did. Okay.
I am dead.
He's dead. He died. Oh, Mario! I'm not Luigi. Okay.
Oh, Mario, I'm not Luigi. That's quote. Only real ones understand that.
Only real ones understand that. Okay, so
wait,
we're gonna start off.
Wait, before we keep going, I gotta go check our recording because last time we tried to record this episode, it froze.
Yeah, episode 7 was audio only last time, but we tried to record a live action episode for episode 7, and it froze and it was failed.
It failed. I cried. I was in the chair like.
There you were like, my top 5 MP4.
That was my.
That was your computer. Top 5 MP4.
That was my Anthony impression when he hears a joke.
Yeah. So
audio listeners just had a fun time.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a Derek fell down, by the way.
If you couldn't hear.
And if you don't know the joke, it's a reference to a video where the guy goes, "You wanna know my top 5? Drake. And then in the middle of Certified Lover Boy, he's passed out.
Sleep. It's DJ Archimedes, I think is how you pronounce it.
It was funny is the point. So there you go for you audio listeners with the joke explained.
The joke explained. Mario explains.
I gotta get this chest hair off of me. I don't want this anymore. I don't want this. Get rid of this. You can have it on his leg there. Get some knee hair.
Wait.
For the box! Cappy possessed it.
On the GameCube.
So, we have some spooky topics for today's episode, so we'll get this first not so spooky thing out of the way.
Viewer mail time.
It's my turn to read viewer mail.
My goldfish. I was about to say my fish to the tank.
Okay. Donkey Kong. I hate that that's true. I hate that that's not like
it's
a
me,
joke.
Luigi.
It's a me, Mario. It's Charlie just was like, hey, this is me. I'm Luigi. Okay. I gotta go into the allegedly funny email and see that we have received a new entry of mail.
Would never guess that one.
Hi, Anthony and Derek. Audio listener here. I'm so sorry. You can refer to me as Ramen Lover 420. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, Ramen Lover. I love your show. You guys are hilarious. No. I was just wondering, what majors are you guys in, and how did you choose them? Also, what inspired you to do the podcast, and how are you feeling about it so far? Can't wait to listen to more.
When do you like to know?
But you want to play.
But you want to play.
We have the same major.
We're insane.
Yeah. There's monkeys in the walls.
I'm in your walls, Anthony.
There's monkeys.
Okay, let's answer this question.
Okay. Ramen Lover, we both have the same major. We're with broadcasting majors.
Mass communication and broadcasting.
Right. And I think that we both chose it for the same reason, right?
Mine was at least where I want to be involved in. Priority number one is probably movies, but just TV, movies, something like that. Maybe be the camera operator. I gotta see how I feel, but definitely movies and TV.
I want to work definitely at a TV station or something like that. I'd like to do things like a director or maybe even a producer one day, but still work in broadcasting. We both were in TV class in high school. Not together, but we went to high school together, and we were both in TV class in separate TV classes.
Yeah.
So that was when I decided I wanted to become a broadcasting major. And so far, we're in a couple classes that you have to do to become a broadcasting major.
We're in one class. It's enjoyable. And I got to go into it.
No, but it's fine.
It's a fine class.
You know that when we talked about the slang, that was the class we're in together for broadcasting. That was that class. So it's an experience. But I mean,
Yeah, wasn't there another part of the question? I can't remember.
Yes, there was, and they said
you can just look at it.
I should probably look at it. Where did I put my phone? I have to put it in my overalls here. Okay. Open up my phone. What inspired you to do the podcast, and how are you feeling about it so far? I brought it up to you because I remember I was with my sister on campus. She was visiting home, and she asked me if I wanted to go into where they have the radio station, the WNYO station in Murano Campus Center, right? So I walked in there. I talked to them for a little bit, and they said that if you wanted to do a show or a podcast or something, or host a radio show, you just applied for it, and there you go. So I talked to you about doing a podcast, and we both thought it was a good idea.
It just sounded fun, which it is.
Yes, it is fun. And you came up with the name Allegedly Funny, right?
Yeah.
So, genius.
My top five.
My top five. Allegedly
podcast,
funny.
Allegedly funny.
No, so it sounded like fun. It is fun, and so far I feel like we've got some really good episodes. I think we've got good chemistry with each other on camera. Yeah. So
it's sometimes rough to do, as you can see. We'll just go a week or maybe even 2 weeks. Sometimes where there's just no episode.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll put in an episode and it doesn't get uploaded for a little while. You know, so it's infrequent. We're sorry about that, but we do try to keep it up once a week nowadays.
Yeah.
So.
But school can be a little taxing.
A little difficult. Oh, Derek, get on my back. No. He's not that old yet.
Not yet. Give it a few years.
We got to give it a couple decades, but you'll get there.
6.
We have 6. That's how much time.
The cat's gonna walk in, stand up on its hind
phase through the door.
Yeah, it's gonna stand up on its hind legs and just say a date, then go back to normal.
Possessed cat. That'd be funny. I would laugh.
If it was possessed dog, you would run out of here.
I'd be like, see, this is why I don't like dogs.
You'd be like, not for me.
Not for me.
Like, oh Mario.
Oh Mario.
It's like the mansion.
Okay, I hope that
you got stabbed.
I hope that answered your question, Ramen Lover 420. Are you melting?
Yeah. Last time you when I did this, you fell.
It was contextual. You're just doing it randomly. Okay, now we got to go on to the next topic, Derek. We still got We gotta talk about the slap boxing next episode, but this is a Halloween episode. Okay. It's
Trying to make you laugh.
Audio listeners are gonna hate you because they don't see any of the visual gags you're doing.
Well, because all visual gags make you like scream half the time.
I know it's true. It's all visual. I'm
they
sorry.
Can't see
audio
the
listeners.
mustache.
Sorry,
on the box.
Ramen Lover 420. Let's check the mustache box.
Don't take it. Okay, what is our other topics?
The next topic is
Halloween stories.
Halloween stories. I have one in mind actually. Do you remember like your first Halloween? What's the first Halloween you remember?
There's a couple.
What was? Oh my god! I'm getting a phone call.
You didn't even. He unprofessional. Not even his phone's on mute.
It's a robot call on top of it.
Oh, you didn't even put.
I better put my phone on silent. Oh,
you gotta. That's it. You're going down the pipe.
We.
The red pipe.
No. I don't want to go down the red pipe. The green
I'm
pipe.
sorry.
I need to go down the green pipe. The red pipe doesn't take me to where
You're tonight's biggest loser.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, you don't remember what your first Halloween you were dressed as?
Luigi.
Really?
Well, that's one of them.
There was one year where I swear that we were already dressed as Mario and Luigi, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was we were in elementary school. And
we were in elementary school. We've done this before.
This is a reoccurring thing.
I think that
every day. Every day I dress up as Luigi. He won't let me go.
I force you.
I wake up. I'm like sleeping. I wake up in the morning. I'm in the costume. I'm like, where is he?
Where?
He's in my walls.
Ow, my neck.
Anthony slightly turning.
I turned my neck too hard. I hurt my neck. Okay, no, but seriously. My first Halloween that I remember, I was dressed as Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
Ah, nice.
I remember that I was in my old bathroom for some reason, which had like a whole different color scheme than my current one. And I also remember my tortoise that I used to own lived in there too. And I was dressed up like a Ninja Turtle. I don't remember what I did, but that was...
That's your story?
That's just what I'm saying was what I was dressed as for my first Halloween.
Yeah. Tell your story. I thought you said you had one.
Well, I was gonna ask. I just said that I had an idea. Like, what was your first Halloween like?
I don't remember. You got to remember, I had my family had like a party every year, so that's a lot of it is jumbled together.
He does have a party like usually every year.
We haven't done it now because I do things at other people's houses, but for like 10 years, like every Halloween we would have a big Halloween party for like everyone, my parents, my sister. And
I remember being at his Halloween party once. Do you want to tell about that? That's just a perfect opportunity to talk about that Halloween.
Oh, that was that. So
we already told the Irma Gerd story, didn't we?
Yeah, we have already told you. Already know that.
That was
story.
Like the main point of that whole event was that he said Irma Gerd.
It was a fountain. and he's
we'll
like, my top 5: Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew.
Bull come in, like, spit out all his Mountain Dew.
That's where the addiction...
It is funny, though. It is funny.
That's where the addiction started.
It's funny. He is addicted to Mountain Dew.
Major Melon.
He
and Baja
more
Blast.
Major Melon than I thought was possible.
He's aging rapidly.
I wasn't anything for last Halloween. I was going to think, what was I for last Halloween? I wasn't anything.
For last Halloween, I was a TV head.
I remember that, but I wasn't like there with you in person because it was like in the thick of COVID. I was at my grandmother's house for Halloween.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there? I do have. I'm trying to think of. I remember one story specifically that I like. Remember, one year when I was a young, like probably like 8.
Youngin.
Yeah, probably like 8 or something. I was really into wrestling, and so. So that year, I went as a wrestler, and of course, because most wrestlers don't have a shirt on the entire when wrestling. So it was funny because the entire night I went like without a shirt, and yeah,
trying to do the troll face.
You look like you had a stroke.
He did the Obunga face at me, and
you laugh.
Okay, anyways.
But no, the entire night I went with my shirt, and it was weird because my stomach and my entire body was like comically hot Like, I wasn't
Yeah.
cold at all.
He's like a heater.
It was like 40 degrees out, and I'm like, this
Human
is fine.
torch. That you channeled your inner me.
It was a safety torch.
You channeled like my energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. This is not a Halloween story specifically, but this was a like 3 weeks ago. Me and my friend Alex and his went to a haunted house. It was like haunted hayride, haunted house, and a walkthrough. And oh my god, this place was so bad. It was like comically bad.
I know what you're gonna talk about. I know this part of the story.
Like the hayride was, it was fun. It was fun just because it's a hayride. Anthony, it doesn't work on me. Okay, I'm like, you just okay. But no, I went on this hayride and it was.
Not my hat. You're like the monkey from Mario 64.
Here.
No.
No, we'll trade.
Why?
Bad.
Head lice.
What? Bad word. You keep thinking people have head lice.
No, you don't have head lice, but I don't want to wear your hat.
Okay. But
Allegedly
No.
funny. Try to tell a story challenge. Impossible.
Oh, the monkey got in.
The monkey broke in. The monkey broke out of the wall.
Oh god, he's finally escaped. He's like, after years.
Okay.
But
So
get back to the story. The hayride was all right. It's a hayride. It's not supposed to be really scary. It was fun. There's this dude who, like, their entire budget, it felt like it went into this one Freddy costume because it had a really nice mask and, like, a really good glove. But every other costume looked like I, like, went into the dumpster and, like, put some rubber together and was like, here you go.
yeah.
Because all the people didn't have, you know how the ones you're supposed to tuck in?
Yeah.
They didn't have those. So it's like you can see it, so you could just reach up and go. There was the scariest part about the hayride. I don't know why. They had this old lady come up onto the hayride and like give you candy or stuff. But the thing that was supposed to be scary about her wasn't like she's a creepy old lady. Well, she was, but she was like grabbing my leg, and she was just like was feeling your leg up and down. I'm like, is she meant to be here? We kept saying how she's not
She's an employee.
It's like, have you seen this lady? She did it for everyone too, and it's like, that's scary but not for the right reason.
Yeah.
But okay, so we get off that and we go into this haunted house, and keep in mind, every worker there is like 10th or 11th grade tops. They all look like 9th graders.
Yeah.
And so when they enter we go into the haunted house and there's no line, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? You gotta go in the line. So we're like, okay. So we walk back, take a left, stand in front of the gate. They just open us, let us. So it was like useless. But no, the person bringing us through, I could tell she's like in 9th grade. She was trying her best, but she wouldn't shut up. And it wasn't scary. It'd be like every room, are you scared? Like it would show a cannibal and be like, he's scared of cannibals. Would you like can I take your hat, sir? And the entire time we're like, my top 5, haunted house, haunted house, haunted. Like literally every scary thing was walk into a room. Are you scared of this?
Are you scared of farts?
See, it works on him. He's a 5-year-old. But no, after that, it would be like, ooh, so scary. Like it would go, oh, you scared of this? Maybe. Ooh, loud noise. Ah.
Are you scared of Wendigos?
Ooh, are you scared of my hat, sir? I got really excited. I was so disappointed. They had this room where it was like an elevator. And they're like, oh, we'll get on the elevator. So I'm assuming, oh, they're going to close the doors and pretend like we're going somewhere. No. We just walk in the room. She presses it. Oh, it's not working. Did you break it? And we're going, oh, he broke it. No, you broke it. And I felt bad because
you gotta talk about the one room, though. The most memorable room of the haunted house.
You're thinking of a different night than
Well, just mention that while you're on the topic of haunted houses. Then you gotta.
I don't know what room you're talking about. Oh, that room. No, you're talking about the. I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
That's an actually good haunted house.
Okay.
But no, then after that we had one more, which was the walkthrough, and our expectations are already like, we're like at negative 64. We're getting diamonds down here. That's how low our expectations are. And so we go on it. We go up to the lady. She's like, all right. She was like, okay, straight to the point. I'm going to walk you through. Follow me. Don't do this. We're like, oh, okay. Go through. And this one was probably the scariest thing because it was cool. Because these people were like there was one where this lady was still. I looked at it and I was like, so I'm like, okay, that's a mannequin. Look away. Starts walking. I'm like, that's cool.
That was neat.
And then another part where we were walking through, we call them the tree people, were just like spawning. They were like comically good at hiding. And it was funny because there was this little kid. There was these two little kids, and I forgot, one of my friends said something like, "You're really good at hiding." And she said, responded. Then when we were walking away, my friends looked back, and you could see the other kid yelling at her, saying, "You're not supposed to respond to him." Oh. And it was really funny. But there was literally one person. There was two people the entire time that were there were taller than me. I am average height. Everyone there was like 5'6", 5'5". There was like two people who were actually tall. And I was like, that was a waste of a 45-minute ride.
And Derek is short.
I shrink. No,
as opposed to me, I'm tall enough to wear the overalls that were too big for you.
Yeah. Me when I can't wear the overalls. Why you keep making a face like you sucked a lemon? Bad word.
Derek's gonna edit the episode now.
What? I didn't hear you.
I accidentally swore.
Oh well.
Oh, looks like this episode will be closer to Halloween.
Anyways, what else? Oh yeah, the other thing Anthony wanted me to say is that there was this other haunted house I went to. This one was really cool. It's called Demon Acres. Go to it. It's great. But basically the room he's talking about is at the very end of the room, or the last room you go to. There's this guy just sitting in a makeshift bathroom with a clogged toilet, and he just reaches his hand in, grabs something, and I think bites it, and it was impressive because it smelled like what it looked like. It was god awful. I just walked out because it was just gross. I was like, disgusting.
Poopy.
You're 5.
I'm telling them what it was.
You said it twice now and looked at the camera. Mm-hmm. You did this. Poopy. I'm gonna check the time real quick.
What is the time like?
23.
Okay.
So you didn't notice you've accidentally swore twice.
When was the first time?
I just can't remember. I remember you did. Oh well, you can edit it.
If you give me the USB, I will.
Okay, let's go on to our next question.
Got a sticker.
Yeah. I've had this hat for a while. I just haven't taken it off. Don't take the sticker off.
Okay. What's the next topic?
I'm gonna reach in your pocket. I'm gonna grab you. Oh no! Oh, predicate. We're stupid.
Okay, we are.
Okay. Favorite Halloween candy.
Okay. You know what? This is not my favorite Halloween candy, but I want to give a shout out to candy corn because it is underrated.
It's all right.
People talk crap about candy corn all the time, and I'm just here to say it tastes good. I like the texture. I like the color. It's very Halloweeny. It goes perfect in an ice cream sundae or something like that.
I don't want to say that now.
Not even with vanilla ice cream.
No, it's all right. It's the most average candy you can get.
I think it tastes pretty good. But as for what my favorite candy to get at Halloween is, my answer would probably be a Kit Kat, I guess. I love Kit Kats.
You were like building it up, then you like forgot what you were gonna say.
Kit Kats are really good. But you know what? I want to mention I eat Kit Kats in a way that I think people don't appreciate.
You bite it.
I take the whole thing. I don't snap it. I like it's a chocolate bar.
You're stupid.
Why?
Because that's not how things are meant. It's the law.
I have to snap off. So I'm not like even like calling this ridiculous. I'm just saying what I'm supposed to do is like snap off one of the 4 columns and eat that.
Yes.
Well, why would I do that?
Because it's just because it's made to do that, and you just can savor it more. You're not like a caveman. I need to eat this now, fast as can.
I like that. I just am like, it's a chocolate bar.
It's no.
It's basically a chocolate bar.
You're like, oh, I eat my Skittles by cutting them in half. Too.
I also enjoy Butterfingers. Those are good.
Mm-hmm. You can't get away from the not snapping part.
Do you want me to keep going on about this?
No, it's just like, why? There's no point.
There is. It's convenient.
How?
I just open it up and I can take a bite right away. I don't have to touch.
Are you like speed running? Like,
but I don't have to touch the chocolate and melt it on my fingers.
Oh my god, I forgot. You're like a 5-year-old who can't get little. And if you don't know, Anthony literally cannot eat food without like, if it's like a bit of like it can get stuck on your hands after.
It's like even a little messy, greasy. Like,
he's either like washing his hand, understandable, or he wears gloves.
And then wash my hands after.
What? What's the point of wearing the gloves if you're gonna wash your hands after?
Because I only wear the gloves when it's like something super sticky that I don't want to have on my hands like at all.
I'm like, then there's literally no point with the gloves if you're gonna wash your hands after.
It just makes me feel better.
For context of how bad Anthony is, sometimes when I was eating with him once, I touched his phone and he's like, oh, I gotta go wash my phone now.
Because you got like your grease all over my phone.
You're acting like I went.
You did do that one time, like
on purpose after.
Yeah, I know. You went.
Yeah, because I get slightly touched your phone when I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the actual topic.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
You're a caveman. You eat it like a heathen. What was that?
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
What was that dance?
I don't know. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
I gotta think about it.
Just say a candy.
I'm
waving my hand in front of his face, audio listeners.
Why?
It's funny.
So, probably one of my favorite candies is Skittles. Skittles are good. They're pretty good. Oh, actually, my 2 favorite candies, actually, I just remembered. I get them, like, anytime I go to the movies, and if I get them at Halloween, it's, like, the best, is Reese's Pieces, like, the little, like, peanut butter M&M things, and watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Nice.
Not common, but they're great.
And watermelon Sour Patch Kids sound good. I've never had them. But
and when I eat them, I eat the bag first.
So you're like a gummy guy. You like the gummies. I'm a chocolate fan.
Yeah, I'm making fun of you.
When I get lobotomized.
Anthony, do you like? I like my Reese's, but I keep the wrapper on. It gives it more of a crunch.
No, I do eat Reese's. When I was a kid, though, I used to eat Reese's, but I would like eat the edges and then like scrape off the top, so I didn't have to eat the peanut butter. That's true. That's
what?
True.
Okay, I can understand when it's something like something else. Like that's like the most unreasonable thing I've heard. It's like, I'm gonna eat this Snickers by like chew on the outside.
If I had a Snickers with me right now, I probably would try and chew on the outside.
Why?
Because I don't want to have what's inside.
Then why do you have it?
I don't go out and buy Snickers the same way that I didn't used to go out and buy Reese's peanut butter cups. You get them, and then you got to make the best of that situation.
No, you trade.
I didn't have anyone to trade with.
You are crazy. You're crazy. You're like, I like getting corn dogs, but I only eat the outside. I only eat the skin.
Like the batter.
Yeah, you eat hot dogs, but you only eat the bun too.
I don't like hot dogs, but I wouldn't eat a corn dog's only outside. I just wouldn't eat a corn dog. I'm like. May I take your hat, sir?
I'm gonna take all your candy away from you.
He's kind of funny.
The whimsical little powers.
He's using the whimsical grab
to take your candy away. But, I'm like,
he's running his hands through his hair.
I'm like shocked. Like this is like you're not getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with this. Oh my god.
I'm laughing at you. With my Kit Kat with a bite taken out of it and my skinned Reese's peanut butter cup.
You're like, why do people make jokes about me anyway? Beaver time.
I like skin it.
I'm trying to. You eat salad, but you're like, no, I only want the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh my god. How? Why? Just don't eat it. Just don't eat it. Just give it away.
Why would I just not eat it if I really wanted chocolate and I could harvest its chocolate from it?
It's so much effort.
No, you just go, and then you take your teeth and you go, and then.
Do you know those candy those like ice cream bars with like the little rock thingies on the outside, the crunchy things?
I love those.
Yeah, you just like scrape those off.
But I love those. Those are delicious.
It's not like if I could have been understanding if you you scraped the chocolate off and ate the inside. Something like that is a little more reasonable.
You're only saying that because you don't like chocolate.
No,
that's just as insane. That's just I skinned it. You're like gutting it.
No,
you're gutting a Reese's peanut butter cup.
No, if it's for if it's something like Oreos.
I guess so.
If it's I gotta rephrase it. I was thinking about stuff like Oreos. No, if I saw someone like I want the Snickers and you were like cutting out the outside, I'm like, just don't eat the Snickers.
But I want the chocolate of the Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't do that anymore, anyways. I eat it just
like if someone was like, I want a Reese's peanut butter cup, but I only want the peanut butter. I'm like, just suffer through it or get peanut butter.
Just suffer through it. I don't like peanut butter, but peanut butter cups don't bother me.
So you're shaving the outside.
I don't skin them anymore. You were talking about gutting them.
Yeah, I was talking about Oreos. I rephrased that really wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing that,
you at least admit it's just as crazy to scrape off the top of a Reese's peanut butter cup and only eat the inside.
You're still insane either way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's just as insane.
Yeah, but it's not like you're still. Oh my god, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you a soda. You're like, I want a soda, and I hand you a seltzer. Be like, what? There's carbonation in it. Next topic.
I gotta say.
Biggest fear. Biggest fear. Mine's biggest fear is people who scrape the chocolate off the side of Reese's peanut butter so they can eat the chocolate. I just want to say
before we continue that I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to make music as musicians and release it with the WNYO on Spotify and on YouTube. We're really great musicians, aren't we, Derek? Making music right now.
Oh, if you want. Oh, you want to go into that again after you lost?
I don't want to go into
that. Oh, you want to go into? No, you lost. Remember?
I did lose.
Anthony is a big fat loser.
I did technically lose.
Anthony's they're gonna mention real quick because we talked about it on the last episode. Anthony had a new rule with his music theory where if you can write it on a sheet of music paper, it counts as music. And we found that a ghost note, which is an X on the paper, can be any noise with a start and an end.
Yeah.
So, and he said that overrides all his other rules. So any sound It can be put on.
That.
It can be put on sheet music.
Look, you just know. You just know when something's music, and a piano burning for 20 minutes.
We're not going into this after you.
One after Magna Carta.
We're not going after this after you are a sore loser, okay, Anthony?
I am a sore loser.
Biggest fear, biggest.
And you know what, Derek? Everyone in my family, you want to talk. Well, my family might not be a good example of like mentally sound people, but everyone in my family agreed with me. So you can't just say that no one would agree with me.
We never said that.
You were saying everyone agrees that
no,
it's music.
no. I don't want to even go into this, but no, I said, you said it. No, you're the one who said it was a widely agreed upon term. You said no. There's a lot of people have different terms.
Fine, whatever.
You're twisting your words. Okay, you want to hear my biggest? Anthony's biggest fear is a trash can getting hit and peanut butter. That's his two biggest fears.
Trash can getting
hit? It's noise. Okay, what's your biggest fear?
What is my biggest fear? Oh, God.
Obunga.
I really...
Oh, you didn't scream that time.
I'm sorry.
I was
thinking too much.
You thinking?
I hate bugs. And I would say that overall bugs are my biggest fear. Especially things like water bugs and cockroaches. And things that can fly.
I was not expecting that to be your biggest fear.
I would say insects are my biggest fear, yeah.
I was expecting something like definitely not being in a coma right now.
Yeah, that sucks. But I guess I would say my biggest fear would probably be, if we're not talking like psychological fears, if we're not talking about things I would mention to like a therapist, then yeah, probably like insects. I don't like them. Have you ever seen a water bug?
Yeah.
They're horrible. Fly around.
Oh.
Cockroaches are
just gross.
I hate cockroaches. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't mind spiders that much. Unless it's like a huge spider that's gonna like jump at me. If it's just like a normal spider walking around, I don't care.
Yeah, bugs can suck, but most of them are. Mosquitoes are the worst.
Mosquitoes suck, but I'm not like afraid of a mosquito. They annoy me.
I'm trying to think what is my biggest fear. I'm not really like scared of a lot of things.
Holes. Like abnormal holes.
That one I wouldn't say that's not a fear. That's more just I don't like looking at them. I'm not scared of them. That's just being uncomfortable.
You were scared of that one video about like the demon eating the baby.
No, I wasn't scared of it because of what it was saying. I was like really weirded out by it because it said Fulton,
which is nearby,
really close, and it was like a popular meme. It wasn't like it had like 17,000 likes.
It's happening soon, isn't it? That event's gonna happen like in a few days that they described.
Not a few days. It was like in December or something.
I thought it was like in October.
But no, one of my biggest fear, probably my one that prominently comes to mind. You know this because I've told you about it's this one specific dream I have where basically it's simple. It's called I get stranded on the opposite side of the world and it takes me like 3 years to get back. I just don't. That's
like you don't have anything on you.
Yeah.
Like you're just stranded on like the opposite end of the world.
Like I can't call or anything. I gotta like get back there on my own.
That's horrible. Though.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Like no, I don't really have any like fears, like a specific fear. Like I used to not like spiders. I'm fine with them now. Heights. I like heights. Heights are sick.
I don't like heights.
I know you don't like heights. You don't like roller coasters.
Well, anyways.
A for effort, Anthony. A for effort. You just were like.
I guess that gets it out of the way.
You're like. Anyways.
That gets it out of the way. Let's look in the mustache box again. Mustache box.
Stretching. So what is your favorite Halloween/horror film?
There's a couple films that I watch every Halloween, but they're not really horror movies. I like to watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, that's a great one.
I like to watch Hocus Pocus.
Never seen it.
That's a good movie. I like to watch Young Frankenstein,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably my favorite Halloween movie that I like to watch. Young Frankenstein. It's just it's a Mel Gibson like comedy film from the 70s that parodies old like Universal horror films, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah, you don't like horror movies. You get too scared.
I get too scared of horror movies. If I had to name a favorite horror movie, I guess I would say The Thing from 1982.
I still gotta see The Thing.
It scares me. I can never watch it through all the way again.
I do find it really funny when you were watching the Scream 5 trailer, how you're like, I can watch the trailer, but Scream 1, too scary.
Yeah.
The trailer was probably more scary than the original Scream.
Yeah.
You can watch Scream. It's not that scary.
You know what is kind of scary? Nightmare on Elm Street. Which is actually one of the only horror films that I can sit down and watch all the way through if I really want to. If I put my mind to it. Shut up.
You find the comically long hands scary.
It's like a conceptual thing.
Conceptually, yeah, like the new one's scary, but the old one it can be a little scary.
You're not saying that the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street is like scarier.
It is, yeah, definitely for effects and stuff, yeah.
But it's not as good of a movie.
It's fine. It's not like it's not a bad movie.
It's not bad, but it's not as good.
Yeah, obviously. It's not like it's
It's a good what?
It's probably like a 7, 8 out of 10. It would have been amazing. They just sort of went down the kid fiddler route too much. That was the only part of the movie that was really bad, but besides that was a really good movie.
Yeah, well,
I just find it really funny because I can't conceptually, but like with the effects and the ending, I cannot mind that movie scary.
Yeah.
Especially how to get rid of Freddy. Dream, go away. Come back another day.
Dream.
The greatest. That's the greatest
Shark
movie.
Boy and Lava Girl. I hate that movie so
I
much.
love that movie.
Well, I love Mr. Electric.
Mr. Electric.
Mr. Electric. He was the greatest character in anything.
He's the scariest character.
Mm-hmm.
Starts fear.
He's my biggest fear.
Yeah. You waking up in the morning, Mr. Electric.
Mr. Electric.
Anyway, back on topic. So, what is my favorite? I have probably a couple. Oh, would you have another one?
Ghostbusters, which actually might be
Yeah.
a movie I like even more than Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I love Ghostbusters.
My favorite scary movies are, I mentioned one of them, Scream. I've mentioned a lot of these. The Shining. The Shining is actually one of the movies that's really I like.
That is actually a horror movie that I can watch too.
Yeah.
I've watched it. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's very unsettling. I'm trying to.
Now that I think about it, I would say that I like that more than The Thing.
Yeah.
But that movie has some really disturbing scenes in it.
The bathroom scene is that scene.
I don't like the dog scene.
Dog.
The bear, the dog, whatever he is.
Oh, yep, that scene. Yeah, that scene's just, I don't know. It's there. It's there. It's having a good time.
It's so bizarre.
That movie, one of the best scenes is the stair scene. It's crazy. I did a speech on that, on like abuse in that movie. That you know how many times that stair scene was recorded?
How many times?
127.
Why?
The most how The Shining was made was really messed up.
Yeah.
Literally, the director for I think Shelley was her name.
The director of the movie?
No, the actor, not her. The mother in the movie. Mm-hmm. The director, to get her in role, would like scream and like harass her like verbally, never compliment her. What if anyone tried to like help her or comfort her, he would make them not like go away. He would cut off her line in her where she stayed, so she couldn't talk to anyone.
That's horrible.
It was really bad. He would, and just the recording process, he would like every shot, like any of the intense shots, he would do it so many times so the actors would get worn out. So it takes her like 40, 50, like I said, 127 I think is it, and it's a it's a record. It's like the highest amount of any scene in any movie. The Here's Johnny scene took over 3 days and 60 doors. And it's funny, Here's Johnny isn't his original line.
What is it?
It's like, I think it's something like, come take your medicine.
It's not as punchy.
Yeah, but so I think he just said, here's Johnny.
Here's
Garfunkel. That's you.
Where is he?
Where is he? He's in my walls.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is like not scary at all though. That movie's ridiculous.
Okay, I gotta think of what's a like. Shining was probably one of a good horror, like actual horror movie. One of my favorites is as I would describe more of a Halloween movie is Coraline.
I love Coraline. Coraline is awesome.
That's one of my favorite films. That's like in top 5, probably. That movie's so good. I just my favorite, probably one of my favorite characters in that movie. I really like Wybie. I think Wybie's great.
Wybie's great too.
That movie's it's like the kids horror movie.
It is. That movie scared me so
I absolutely
bad as a kid.
When I was little, I couldn't look at the we had a DVD. I couldn't look at that.
I know that movie is terrifying for a child.
Yeah.
But that is like one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is so.
And it's stop motion, which is even better. That's what that was like the icing on. That's like the cherry on top.
Laika is just one of the best animation studios out there right now.
Say hi, Burn.
Hi.
I love hi, Burn. Say hi. Say hi, Mario.
Hello.
Okay, I know what is another, I'm trying to think of other movies that are actually scary. One movie I really liked is it's more suspenseful than like
The Shrexorcist. Have you never seen that?
No.
It's a parody they made of like a Shrek Halloween like story special. And they had a parody of The Exorcist in it called The Shrexorcist with Pinocchio. And that's really the funny. Scariest Shrek experience.
Probably the most recent thing I've seen that I was like, this is a scary. It's more suspenseful, but is Hush. If you haven't seen Hush,
everyone was talking about Hush a few months ago. I remember
because we all saw it together at Nick's. But if you haven't seen Hush, go see it. It's one of the best. It's so good. It's like amazing film. It's just it's hard to. I'm not gonna go into anymore because going into it like completely like not knowing too much about it is great. The only thing you need to know the plot of the movie is a deaf girl is being hunted by a serial killer. That's in her house. That's the plot. But right. yeah, those are some of my favorites. Just list off a few more real quick. I'm not sure a few more, but one, Texas Chainsaw, the original specifically.
2 is funny.
2 is funny, but I haven't seen 2, but the original is just actually just really good. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's really any more that I'm like absolutely in love with. Scream's just probably my favorite.
Scream.
The new Halloween one. I'm going to see Halloween Kills soon. I'm really excited for that. I've talked about that, and I think that's really it for some of my favorites.
He's definitely more of a horror guy than I am.
Yeah, definitely.
That which leads into our next topic,
which
is the Wendigo story.
Oh, the Wendigo story. I'm gonna check the time real quick.
Well, how are we on time? Yeah.
48.
Let's tell the Wendigo story, Dick.
The Wendigo story. Oh God.
So one night,
I'm gonna set the stage because I think it's a lot funnier from our end, and you can explain your side. So one night, me and like 4 or 5 other people are in chat. We're playing Minecraft on our realm, and Anthony joins, and he's like, "Guys, I'm scared. I've read something really scary." We're like, "What's wrong, Anthony?" He's like, "I read something really scary." let me tell you guys, I'm like really scared. And we're like, oh, what is it? So he reads this. We've told this story before.
I don't know if it's on the show.
I think we have told this story
On the show?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we have.
I know that we've told the story to someone else recently.
I'm pretty sure we've told this story on the podcast. But yeah, so yes, we have. Okay, I know we have. Yeah.
He's positive. Okay, well, let's move on to the next thing, I guess.
Well, we can go into it a little more because later things happen that night due to the Wendigo story.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Anthony was like talking about how he's gonna get wrung out, and we were just dying laughing because the idea of these things will come up to you, and you're like,
a movie is about to come out. It might already be out. Antlers, which was based off of the story that I read. I think it was called like
that's why you read it. But
yeah, it was a really scary story though. I'm serious. That story was terrifying, and
But no. So later that night, due to the story, Anthony just randomly just starts screaming, like actually screaming. We're like, what's wrong? Anthony's thinking something's up. It was the lightning.
The lightning kept scaring me.
Like not like whoa. He was like screaming like
every time I was like ah.
He was like a small dog.
Yeah.
Lightning, bright light. I'm like, yeah, I like how I just like, I remember. I was like, top 5 stories. Wendigo. Dried out.
He's wrung out.
Wrung out like a dish towel. Oh, there was another thing we could have. There's some more we can talk about. I know we had more.
Didn't you check the outline?
It's dry. We run dry. We're like
the outline's been wrung out.
Yeah, the Wendigo got the outline.
Oh, I remember. It was general scary things. Or something.
Oh, what's your favorite? Okay, I remember. It's what's some of your like scariest or favorite things from that are scary is not from a horror genre or is just like scary to you.
Like my favorite things that are scary?
No, like let's say, for example, of something that shouldn't be scary but it is. It's like when you're watching the SpongeBob episode and it's all funny. Then they have that, for some reason they add that zoom in of something like morbid.
Speaking of SpongeBob, there's something I can mention from SpongeBob. The episode I Was a Teenage Gary, where it's like body horror of SpongeBob turning into a snail.
Oh my god, yeah, that episode.
I hate that.
That episode was like surprisingly scary.
That episode like freaks me out. I hate it.
You don't like body horror, SpongeBob?
I don't like SpongeBob body horror. What's another thing that shouldn't be scary but it scares me?
There's a lot of things for you.
Like a lot of old movies. I mean, just like black and white films from like the 30s or something. I don't know why, but they creep me out. I don't like them.
I got something we can talk about real quick. I don't think we've mentioned on the podcast that scares Anthony. So there's this. I said it earlier in the podcast, but there's this running joke. You gotta explain how it started because I wasn't there. Where we keep telling Anthony that he's definitely not.
Oh, I don't even know how it started. But
I know it was you and Nick.
Yeah. But they keep telling me that you're not in a coma.
Like, we're positive you're not in a coma right now, and I'm screaming it out to get you.
It's freaking me out right now.
And I remember because that night while it was going on, I joined, and it was like the night it started, and Nick was going on how Anthony, you're definitely not in a coma, and I'm like, yeah, Anthony, you're fine. I'm in your walls. And when I did that, he's like, So now we have the running gag of where Anthony's actually scared of that. We're telling him he's definitely not in a coma and there's definitely not people in his walls. It's like the yellow wallpaper. That's a story that's actually
the yellow wallpaper.
I'm surprised you've never heard it. It's like probably one of the biggest or probably the biggest horror short stories.
The yellow wallpaper. What is it about?
Basically, if I to sum it up real quick, because I don't remember the exacts, but basically a girl gets put in a room, like locked in this room, and there's this yellow wallpaper. It doesn't look good, and she's like just basically like slowly and slowly goes like insane and starts liking the yellow wallpaper, not wanting to leave the room. People start like talking to her through the wallpaper.
That's horrible.
I know there was this other story because this was all for, it's called, it was one of our class. It was basically like Studies of Evil or something like that.
Yeah.
And we just talk about horror things and scary things. This other one I can't remember. Well, it was basically like this house, like this really old house that, I forgot there was some horror thing behind it, but basically they go down, these people are searching the house and they find like this thing, this like crate thing. They open it, go down, and it's like this massive cave full of rats, because the entire thing is the house keeps having rats problems, like rats in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And then
monkeys in the walls.
Yep, that's his second story.
Yeah.
It's the comedy one. It's like Texas Chainsaw, then Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah.
Monkeys in the walls. It's so funny. But no, basically then they're exploring. It's like this group of guys, and they're like, trying to figure out, and they get separated, and one hits the main dude like, oh my god, and the friend got eaten by the rats, but then the other people come up and they're like, what are you doing? And it turns out he doesn't think, he still believes it's the rats. He's like eating the person. So it's like this it's really like this psychological, it's really...
What's the story called?
I can't remember it. This is the problem. If you probably look up rats in the walls, it would probably come up.
Okay.
It's just if I can find it, I'll send it to you. You'll be like...
The lightning.
You just have to think of the monkeys in the walls and you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, this is not going to be as long as an episode as usual.
I guess not, but I mean...
You got to see Mario and Luigi. You
got
got to see a Mario and Luigi.
Hey, you got to see a Mario and Luigi. And we had a longer episode last time, so...
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario. So
Chris
enjoy...
just like comes out of the box.
Enjoy your Halloween, everybody.
Yep, have a good Halloween.
Have a happy Halloween.
Ooh, goodbye.